You can see here, right in the museum, there's a Lara Croft statue. You can see the parody elements are really shining through. That a lot of the same parody elements from the 360 version are just translated specifically for the DS version here. So here I'm doing some good old-fashioned combat with Homer. Later on, he gets more and more powers with his Homer Ball ability. He can do a Homer Slam. He can do a Homer Ball Dash. He's got a jump kick. So here I'm going to show you a quick platforming section with Bart. Now that Homer's opened up these platforms, Bart's able to kind of navigate through this environment, get some collectibles, and collectibles are a very important aspect of the game. As you collect them throughout the game, it'll unlock like new cameos and new objects for Pet Homer. So that Pet Homer feature and the story mode are really intertwined. So at this point, Bart needs to navigate across the space by doing a very long Bart cape. And notice how I'm gliding down from the top screen into the bottom screen, kind of a nice flow, really kind of making the game and the screen feel really large. So I'm going to kind of hop ahead here to another section of the game. And as I mentioned, as you play the game, you unlock a lot of stuff. And in Noiseland Arcade, you can go back and play some of the games that you've unlocked. And so for here, I'm going to kind of jump ahead. Later in the game, we have a Treehouse of Horror nod. Obviously a lot of people love the Halloween episodes. Well, later in the game, the aliens invade, and Kang and Kodos actually kind of send the dolphins back to invade Springfield. So here I have to use my stylus to actually flick dolphins and toss them off screen. And when you pass this level in the game, it unlocks the challenge mode, and you can imagine waves and waves and waves of fun dolphins coming at you, being a very fun challenge mode. So you can see the application here, the Hand of Buddha 2, I'm literally grabbing and picking up with the stylus. Later in the game, you use various powers, like you can call lightning and shoot lightning from your hand. You can move platforms to help Bart get to higher locations. So there's a lot of synergy between the characters and a lot of uses for this power. And again, we have a nice balance between the D-pad, the buttons, and the stylus. So you don't feel like you have to get cramped hands. The platforming moments are separated from the stylus moments. Another section in Noiseland Arcade that I'm going to show you here that I've unlocked is a game we like to call Logger. It's a nod to Frogger here. It's a section later on in the game where Lisa gets her powers and uses them to help the world. She wants to stop Mr. Burns from deforesting deforesting a forest and making luxury toothpicks from like one single tree, one toothpick at a time. So basically, I've got to navigate the space, hopping along. It's basically breaking parts of the logging factory, unleash all these logs and barrels from his nuclear power plant, and obviously two-headed turtles. So it's very rooted in the Simpsons lore, and we kind of make it our own. But basically, as the characters go through the story mode, you see lots of parodies of classic video games and new video games. It's really a big send-up of the whole industry, and EA isn't spared either, and we parody ourselves all over the place. Part of the self-deprecating humor is very strong in here as well. So the other part of the game here that's a lot of fun, as mentioned earlier, is Pet Homer. Now that I've kind of gone a little further in the game, I've unlocked a lot more. So you can see here he's got food. I can feed him pizza. And he's got metrics up here, his mood and his energy. So I've got to keep him happy by feeding him. And I can tickle him and also make him happy. But some foods he likes, and some he doesn't, like he won't eat the broccoli. He likes soda, so I just gave him some Buzz Cola. Absolutely no Duff beer, it's only Buzz Cola. It's a DS platform. So you can see as soon as I shaved him, the beard popped back. So very, very Homer Simpson reference there. We tried to stay very true to the show. Barney just dropped by, so you unlock cameos as you play as well. So different characters from the game and the show will stop by and visit Pet Homer. If you keep his metrics high, see how we just caught the ball. Obviously, kind of a nod to Nintendogs there. These are little toys that if you keep his mood high enough, he'll play with. So he just caught the Frisbee, he caught the tennis ball. There's actually food interrupts too. It's kind of a random occurrence. I'll see if I can get it to happen. But there's a chance every time he eats food that he can either choke or actually have a heart attack. And you have to use the defibrillator to kind of revive him. But I haven't had that luck yet.